Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Our topic from last week will start hinging on the Bhagavad Gita, and I want to make reference that I've stated earlier that there are 4 seasons in this universe. The first season is Satyug, and man lives for 100,000 years. And in Satyug, the divine and the demonic lives in 2 separate worlds. The next season is Treta Yuga. Man lives till 10,000 years, and the divine and the demonic live in 2 different countries. The third season is Dwapara Yuga. Man lives till 1,000 years, and the divine and the demonic lives in 2 different families. The last season is this season that we are currently living in. It's called Kali Yuga. Man lives till 100 years, or supposed to live till 100 years, and the divine and the demonic lives in the same person. I want to reiterate, the divine and the demonic lives in the same person. So it has come from 2 separate countries, 2 separate worlds in Satyug, to 2 separate countries in Treta Yuga, to 2 separate families in Dwapara Yuga, until it has come to 1 person. The divine and the demonic lives in 1 person. So the Bhagavad Gita was spoken by the Lord Himself. This is not some prophecy to some saint. This is not work picked up 200 years later, and 20 years later, and 2 years later, after some great personality has lived on this earth. The Bhagavad Gita is directly from the Lord Himself. Directly from the Lord Himself. It is not a compilation of work that was carried on from generation to generation until it was written down. The Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord Himself. In no religion do you find the Lord speaking Himself, do you? In no religion has the Supreme Lord ascended to the planet Earth and has spoken to His people. Do you find that in Zoroastrianism?
No.
Do you find that in Buddhism?
No.
Do you find that in Judaism?
No.
Do you find that in Christianity? Do you find that in Islam?
No.
Why? Because the Lord only needs to speak once. He is supreme. He only needs to speak once. Yes or no? Is it logical? because the Lord is the supreme scientist. He only has to speak once. When will he first speak? At creation. How old is Zoroastrianism? About 4,500. How old is Judaism? 4,000. How old is Christianity? 2,000. How old is Islam? 1,600. So the Lord, it is logical that when the Lord creates, then He speaks His creation. Is it not logical? So the Lord has spoken in the Bhagavad Gita. He don't have to come down in every religion to speak. Does He? He's done His work. He created the universe. He came at creation and He forecasted 10 times in which He will incarnate. Has He not? And the last time He incarnated was as Lord Sri Krishna was His 8th incarnation. Is His 8th incarnation. After Him was Lord Buddha, and now the 10th incarnation will be Lord Kalki. Alright? So the Lord is specific, He is mathematical, He is scientific, He is supreme, He is excellent, He is beautiful, He is divine. And on this note, He also manifests as the female entity, as Lord, as Mother Lakshmi. So the Lord is the Supreme Soul. The soul has no gender. Can the soul have a gender? No. But for the purposes of mankind, of teaching mankind, He appears in 2 genders. The male as Lord Narayan and the female as Mother Lakshmi. On that, I'd like to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. And we have a lot of children here, so it means there are some hard-working mothers. Some really hard-working mothers. I don't see Sean's wife here. She didn't come today. Okay, I don't see Sean's mother here. She's taking care of 5 children, and Arnold's wife is taking care of 6 children. So hard-working mothers. We have 6 beautiful children and 5 beautiful children in the ashram. That's 11. And not to forget our first beautiful child, Yajwan, who makes it 12. Alright, so I like to see Tanya, you too. Don't get jealous.
No.
Yeah, she's looking at me until I have to tell her. Alright? So now we have 13 children. All these children, make sure you'll make as much service as possible. Guruji said, that's my Guru, Anul on the right. He is not around now. He said it will be the children that will bring the parents and the grandparents to satsang. And throughout my 12 years, I've noticed I had many children, over 100, and it was the children that knew Sundays, and they awaited Sundays, and they will tell their parents and grandparents, let's go to service. They have a natural, children have a natural association with the Guru because they are pure, the karma has not kicked in. So that is why they are natural, and they feel the magnetic force, the electromagnetic force that is permeating from their heart and which is also permeating from the Guru's heart. And this is why that association is so full. Then follow these children, because biologically they might be, you might be older biologically, but they are senior spiritually. Do you understand? They are senior to you spiritually, Ashmika and Avir, and Cyril there. Yajwan is your senior spiritually. Okay? He's the boss spiritually. So understand this. You might be biologically older in years. When children get attracted to spirituality, it's obvious from their age that they are your seniors. Okay? But you will still take care of the discipline of your children, alright?
Okay.
Whack them where they need to be whacked. This is another story. Otherwise, the children are going to go home and tell their parents what to do. Okay? So, it's important to understand spirituality at its basics. Like if you want to study maths, you must know the principles of addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. If you don't know these four basic principles, it's useless going to university level. What you're going to do with the concepts if you don't know the basics? So you need to know the basics. So I want to read a verse from the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Jessica is looking at me one very sternly, so let me complete my Mother's Day greeting and make sure that all the mothers are happy. Yes, you have to become mothers of your children. You have to become mothers of your family. You have to embrace your in-laws when those children come in. You have to be better mothers to your in-laws, to your daughter-in-laws, to your son-in-laws, than to your sons and your daughters. This is your job as a mother, and it happens, and sometimes it doesn't happen. But if you are in the ashram, then you forget societal rules and you apply God's rules. And God's rules is every child is your child. Every child is your child. And we demonstrate this perfectly at this ashram. We have adopted many children, and I'll be really gratified when we bring our children called the angels. They are black and colored children. I think we have about 100 of them. If we count Pastor Tobila's children, then we have about 200 of them. And the happiness on their face is what makes you a mother. And, for many years, all of you, those are long in the ashram, you have shown me. Vasan is another mother, for Mother's Day, Vasan. Vasan has been involved with these children. You all have shown me that you have that care and affection for those children. And sometimes I forget to thank you, but on days like this, and especially with Jessica looking at me like that, I remember that I have to thank all the mothers for the hard work that you do at home and in the ashram. You don't have a normal guru, you have a very militant guru. All of a sudden you get a phone call and you are told to get into war. Get into battle. Guru is always like that, no time to breathe, because my superiors don't give me any time to breathe. Alright? So I got a call from Prince, and I think it's great for our foundation that the university now wants to draw up a legal memorandum of understanding between the ashram and University of KZN. So I think that's quite big. And there too, the mothers will always be involved cooking. There will be many professors that coming to the ashram to attend these sessions, and you all will have to start preparing for the ashram. So I'm very, very gratified to have loyal people. Remember, I have not made you rich because I don't want you to higher catering services. That's why I keep you poor, not very poor, you live so that you cook with your own hand. Alright? We don't want catering services. It is natural in Sanatana Dharma for mothers to serve naturally. Also in Sanatana Dharma, it is common practice, and I want to say this because of the current situation in the world, that if you are in Sanatana Dharma, when you go past a mosque, what you do? Respect it, don't you? When you go past a church, what you do? When you go past a temple, what you do? When you go past a synagogue, what you do? It is natural to respect all these places of worship. So we don't get involved in differentiation, religion or spirituality. Whereas I sit here as a guru for the whole world. I don't sit here as a guru for Hindus. I sit here as a guru for the entire world. And we've proven it, and this is why the university wants to get into partnership, because they have all these concepts at the academic level, but nobody has brought it together. As the Sri Narayan Dham, we have brought all these concepts and philosophies and we have actuated it. But again, it would not be possible without all the mothers of the ashram. We handle the physical, the garden, the cleaning, but behind the scenes, there's a lot of work for every function to be a success. And I think in the past 12 years, there is no other ashram in this country that has had more high-profile functions as ourselves. You can find it on social media, you can find it anywhere. We have had the most amount of 7-star functions encompassing all the concepts of humanity. All the concepts of humanity. And this is the power and the Shakti that we have been given by the Lord. Remember, the name of this ashram is Sri Narayan Dham. Shri means Mother Lakshmi. We put Mother Lakshmi first. The name of the ashram is Sri Narayan Dham. So we put the feminine aspect of the Supreme Reality first, then the masculine, and then the ashram. All of you understand? So Lakshmi means prosperity. Shri means prosperity. And it is the job of the Guru to make sure that everyone who comes to this ashram, I said this at my very, very first opening statement in Resmond Primary School when I started the ashram, that this ashram is not a casino. This ashram is not a casino. Why have I stated that? Because when you go to the casino, you don't know whether you'll be prosperous or not prosperous. You put your money in and you don't know whether you'll win. I have given a guarantee to everyone that comes to this ashram, only ashram in the world giving this guarantee, that if you come to this ashram with faith, your only commodity that you have to surrender to the ashram is faith, nothing else. If you come to this ashram with faith, then in this ashram the word impossible does not exist. In this ashram the word impossible does not exist. You can't use that word, you have to remove it from your vocabulary. And that's a guarantee, and I'm giving this guarantee live on social media and any time you can come back and check what I'm saying. If you come here to test the ashram, then there will be no relationship between you and the ashram. The only relationship you can forge with the ashram is faith. Faith in what the Guru is teaching you. You don't have to now go and start learning the Bhagavad Gita from cover to cover, the Srimad Bhagavatam from cover to cover, the Upanishads from cover to cover. You don't have to do that. When you buy a car, that car, do you become the mechanic of the car? You just buy the car comes with the manual. Who is the master of the manual?
The manufacturer.
And the manufacturer appointed mechanics. If you buy a Mercedes-Benz, Mercedes is the manufacturer. Mercedes authorized mechanics are those that are legally allowed to fix your car. Yes or no?
Yes.
So similarly, this body is a vehicle. This body is a vehicle. Who's the manufacturer of this body? The Supreme Lord. What is the manual of the body? All the Vedas. What is the manual of this body? All the Vedas. And who can fix this body?
The teacher.
See, you're teaching the children wrong things, and you are here for 3 years. We have brand new children here. See what you're teaching here. Are you understanding? You don't become the mechanic. When you buy a car, you don't become the mechanic to repair the car. You buy your car, do you take it to your parents to repair it? You take it to a designated mechanic, designated by the manufacturer for it to have proper repairs. Yes? So similarly, the Creator has created the Guru system, authentic Gurus, to repair the vehicle called the body. The body is a vehicle. But unlike a brand new car that comes perfect, this body that you get do not come perfect. This body that you get do not come perfect. It comes with a virus called karma. Every body is born through karma. It doesn't matter whether you're a king, whether you're a prince, whether you're a guru, or whether you are the Supreme Lord. For the Supreme Lord to take his birth in this universe, he takes on a human body through karma. Did Lord Ram suffer karma when he was on this earth?
Yes.
Did Lord Krishna suffer karma when he was on this earth?
Yes.
Then it means if the manufacturer cannot enter this earth with the virus, what about those he has manufactured? All of you understand? So we are all here born with a portion of karma that we have to undergo. This body has to undergo that karma which we are born with. And your karma is your GPS. Your karma is your GPS. Are you understanding so far? So, whichever dimension of life you are situated today, there's nobody to blame. There is nobody to blame, no temple auntie to blame, and nobody did it. Only person that did it is you in your previous lifetime. Whatever you did in your previous lifetime is your GPS for this lifetime. It's an automated GPS for this lifetime. Nothing else. Nothing else. But God, the Supreme Lord, in His mercy, has created a system out. Because karma can be a cycle if there's no off-ramp. If there's no off-ramp, you will continue on the freeway of karma at 120 kilometers an hour non-stop. So God has created the off-ramp, and the off-ramp is called the Guru principle. Off-ramp to karma is called the Guru principle. So when you see that signboard and you take the off-ramp, then once you are in the Guru principle, your karma is put on hold. Your karmic GPS is put on hold. Now you are in the domain of the Guru. Whether you're a murderer, rapist, adulteress, whoever you are, it doesn't matter. When you surrender, everything is washed away. Everything is washed away instantaneously. Instantaneously. You are not judged because the Guru has mandate to extinguish your karma. Guru has mandate to extinguish your karma. Like the parole officer, if you are in prison for murder, rape, robbery, and your behavior in prison is top notch, can the parole officer enter the prison and remove you from your sentence and put you in his custody? Similarly, the Guru can enter the prison of your karmic domain, remove you from the karmic domain, put you on parole, and administer his own directives to you. Do you understand? Does it make sense? If this system does not exist, what will happen to mankind? It will be life sentence, wouldn't it? How will you know that you are impelled by karma? How would you know? How can you come out of the karma? So you'll continue in the cycle, you'll continue repeating the cycle life after life after life. And remember, the human life is not the only life that we live. Do you know that? We lived as fish. We lived in the aquatics. We lived as plants and creepers. We lived as reptiles and insects. We lived as animals. We lived as birds. And by chance, when your karmas, your two sides of your karmas, negative and positive, when it is equal or almost equal, then God gives you, awards you with a human body. Then you come and you be a human. This human body is awarded to you to understand God. This human body is awarded to you to understand God. Reason number 1 is to understand God. Reason number 2 is to procreate and bring people out of the animal species. When you get married, husband and wife, you have children, you procreate, aren't you bringing people from the lower, aren't you bringing souls from the lower domain to the higher domain? So you're assisting God in bringing people from a lower domain onto a higher domain. But how do we live this life? How do we live this life? Part of the karmas are desires. Part of the karmas are desires. When we come from the previous life, we come with desires. Then we bring these desires into this life. As soon as you reach 11, 12, then the desires kick in. So those of you that are parents, you notice your children are absolutely good children, understanding children, up until the age of 11, 12. And all of a sudden they just change. And you think, did I give birth to the same child? Can this child be mine? You don't think like that? They become your enemies. First enemy, as soon as children get 11, 12, 13, the first enemy are their parents. Yes or no? They start hating their parents because the karma has kicked in. Do you understand? But if you bring your children, Arnold, of the age that they are now to the Guru, that problem, Tanya, won't exist. If you met the Guru 10 years earlier, your mother wouldn't have been your greatest enemy. Tanya, she sleeps thinking about her mother and she gets up thinking about her. She spends the whole day thinking about her. But I like to tell her mother that she was really missing her mother in Eastern Cape. Alright? So these are realities. These are realities. Instead of thinking, why is my child behaving like this? First thing you do, you take your child to nearest temple and say, brush my child. Huh? Child need to be brushed, but would the need to brush your children with the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Children need brushing with the Bhagavad Gita, not slingerberry leaves. What else, Tanya? Simple brushing with the Bhagavad Gita. And you'll notice that the Guru takes care of all the needs of the children. All the needs of the children. You can check from Yajvan, 5-year-old Yajvan, when he's in school, when he needs a solution, he don't think of his mother or father, grandfather. He thinks of his Guru. He's 5 years old and the solution is found. Even at home, when he got a problem, he thinks of his Guru. He's 3 years with the Guru now, 2 years. When he came to the Guru, he was wearing napkins. I like to always bring that in. Even if I'm alive in 10 years' time, I'll still bring in that napkin story. Yeah. Alright, so I had a group of children, colored children, and I had a Pajero van. Vasan, you remember? No, in your time.
You have to check out.
Huh? Wasn't there in the Pajero time? Mani Mosi? In one is Mani Mosi. Oh, okay. Alright, so I had this one man had 13 children, but from 2 or 3 wives. But they all lived together. All colored children, and they moved around with me for a few years. And I was doing 4 satsangs a week. So it was it was a win-win because it's hard to sustain so many children. But when they were in the satsang, I should take them. They had the supper at each satsang, and they really were good children. They wanted to learn. So the guru should help them to write their exams. They're sitting there at the exam paper because they had faith to connect to the guru. They had faith to connect to the guru could write their exams. And our Tibeshni Vasan's daughter, for many years I helped her with her exams. They knew how to ask. If you ask with sincerity, then so that goes for these children as well. Yeah, Sean's children and Anul, your children. When they're in school, when they stuck, when they can't get a solution, they're writing the exam. If they connect to the guru, they'll tell you that the exam was sorted by the guru. You see this biography. I recorded this biography, and then Prince composed it. But Prince will tell you he doesn't know who composed it for him. He'll tell you. Because Prince doesn't know my life, you understand? And this biography is to the depth of my life. Vasan, did he tell you he doesn't know? Alright, and Prince will tell you when he comes back. There is a funeral, our condolences from the ashram to a chief that was murdered in Eastern Cape. Prince was on his way, and I asked him to go back and stay for the funeral. Not the chiefs that came here, another chief who was a businessman. So Prince will come back after the funeral next weekend. Then coming back, this is how important coming to service is, because the service takes care of all your needs. Your children, your grandchildren, your parents, your grandparents, right round. All your needs. But you have to have faith. And I think we can discuss this, Ashmika. Ashmika's dad has been in the ashram for how long? For about 2-3 months?
Yeah.
Okay. But that 2 wires between him and the guru was not connecting. So I was waiting for him. And last week he told me, Guru, let's connect the wires. So I connected the wires, and he is now very happy that the wires have been connected, because it is faith. I can't perform a miracle on you. The miracle comes through your faith. You have to believe. You have to believe. When you start believing, I can come to you. You can't have a cell phone and a charger and have the cell phone charged with no SIM card. With no SIM card. That's what all the humans are today. Charge cell phones with the charger, but no. And you talk in every day. You talk to who you want to talk to, don't you? You even fight with God, don't you? But God can't hear you because you don't have the SIM card. You can scream from the hilltops, you can ask and ask and ask and ask. God can't hear you because God gave you a SIM card. He gave a SIM card distribution center. He gave all the gurus the SIM card to give all his disciples. So when you come to a guru, the guru inserts the SIM card. The SIM card is called faith. Then there is a connection. That connection can only work through faith. And to get faith is the easiest of things, but we find it very, very hard to get. Faith is one of the easiest things in the world, isn't it? Is not faith the easiest thing? All you have to do is stop doing what you're doing and say, God, I have faith in you. You are the doer. You are the doer, and I just become silent. I just become silent. Every morning you say, God, whatever happens in this day is through your will. Whatever good happens is through your will, and whatever bad happens is through your will. But will God do anything bad for you? But on that day it might look bad. I'll give you an example. If you come out of this ashram and you meet with a small accident on top on the driveway, as you leave, you meet with a small accident, you'll be very, very upset, isn't it? Hey, I came out of an ashram, I just took a left turn and another car knocked into me. Yes? But if that car didn't knock into you, right at the bottom of Varsity Drive, you saw that big bus depot there. One of those big buses wasn't going to see you and ram into you. That's your karma. The bus supposed to ram into you. But to stop that ramming into you down there, you had God interfered on top and you met with a small accident and your indicators or your lights broke. You understand? So although when you come out of here, because you don't have knowledge of your next incident, you are angry. Hey, this guru, he was talking and talking. I just came out from my car, met with an accident. What power this ashram got? Isn't that what you'll think? But you don't know, because you don't know, the guru saved your life and your family's life, because at the bottom, a bus was going to crash into you. So there's nothing bad. There's nothing bad once you get connected. After you get connected, it's only good. Although it might seem bad like that accident. Guru knows when to give you. Guru knows when to give you. Guru will give you enough that you can handle. If I gave all of you here in this ashram today 10 million in your account when you went home, each of you also 10 million, 10 million, 10 million. Anu? Next week I'll be sitting here alone. Next week I'll be sitting here alone. I'm phoning Jessica. Not even voicemail, it will say this number does not exist. The number that you're dialing does not. Phone thrown away, SIM card thrown away, guru blocked. All of you all living in a state in Belito, I can't even enter the gates there anymore. Isn't? Yeah. So guru have to give you enough for you to keep coming back, because I always explain this like a car's engine. Gasket blown, valves blown. The repair is not easy. I just can't put one plug there and go on the computer and rectify the fault. The devotees that come to me, oh God, I have to really do a complete overhaul and still keep the car running. You understand? I can't park you off here at the ashram and then do an overhaul. You still have to be driven. And as you're driven, I change one ring, I change one piston, I do one valve, I do one head gasket. You understand? Slowly. Slowly. Sometimes the block is even cracked. Then I have to start doing cast iron welding. And that cast iron welding, only God got the rods for it. You understand? So it's a journey. It is a journey. Because everything takes time, doesn't it? This universe at this point in time is 155 trillion years old. 155 trillion years old. It means each one of you, your right age is 155 trillion years. Every one of you have to have the same age, is it? And you all are 155 trillion years. This is half the age of the universe. The complete age of the universe is 311 trillion 40 billion years. Then the universe cycle ends. If for so long you never learn, then how long is going to take me to teach you? I can't teach you in one session or two sessions or 10 sessions, because 155 trillion years, if you hear, it means you never learn. Yes? Because if you learn, you'll be there. You understand? Vaikunth, you'll be with God. So you have to have patience in your surrender. You have to have patience in your surrender and have total faith. Have total faith, because I am giving you a guarantee that the word impossible does not exist in this ashram and this guru. Not all gurus can give you that guarantee, and I've always fulfilled my guarantee at all stages of my guruship. Whatever guarantee I gave you, I fulfilled it. It will, if it doesn't get fulfilled, it means it is you. It means it's you. There's a deficiency in your end. There's a deficiency in your end. So, this verse in the Bhagavad Gita is important. So, the Bhagavad Gita is part of the Mahabharata. The Mahabharata is the epic, and the Bhagavad Gita is 700 verses from the epic, the Mahabharata, where Lord Shri Krishna and Arjuna are speaking. They're not speaking in an office. They're not speaking in an ashram. They're not speaking in a temple. They're speaking on the battlefield. They're speaking on the battlefield. Today, where is the battlefield? Where? In your mind. Today the battlefield is in your mind. The vices and the virtues. That is the battlefield. The virtues are the Pandavas and the vices are the Kauravas. The virtues are 5 and the vices are 101. That is the battle. That was the battlefield at Kurukshetra. This battle really took place in Dwapara Yuga. This battle really took place. This is a real conversation. Here, Arjuna did not want to fight his own family, his grandparents, his teachers, his gurus. The Kauravas and the Pandavas were children from two brothers. He did not want to fight his cousins. Now let us look at this. Let's take it out from the physical reality and let's put it in the subtle reality of the mind. So in your mind, you are attached to your parents, you are attached to your grandparents, you are attached to your children are attached to you. Are these not all the attachments inside your head? How many times you take decisions which you would have not taken, but you took it for your attachment? Are you understanding me? You took these decisions because you were attached. If you were not attached to these entities, you could have taken another decision. Has everyone experienced this? Tanya, you experienced this? You wasn't attached to your mother, how many decisions you could have taken? Imagine that. Well, the Guru going to take you there now. Alright? Guru going to take you there. This is why you should be having no attachment. You can love, but you must have no attachment. Is there a difference between love and attachment?
Yes.
Yes. There's a difference between love and attachment. When you love somebody or something, you don't have to be attached to it. When you are attached to it, it's called lust. And when you are not attached to it, it's called love. The opposite of love is lust. Understand this. Understand this. Alright? Very sensitive topic. Maybe we're going to continue next week to further elaborate. You can ask your questions. Because if you get this part right, it's in chapter 2, then this Bhagavad Gita is 18 chapters, then the rest of the chapters will flow. Alright? So yes, we are attached. We are attached to our children, we are attached to our grandchildren. And when we are attached, we can take decisions that are not right, because with attachment comes what? With attachment comes what?
Emotions.
Yes, if you are attached, then if that attachment does not satisfy you, you get emotional, don't you? Then from that emotion comes what? Anger. Yes? But if you are not attached to the same entity, if you are not attached, then no emotion will be invoked. You say, I leave it to God. You say, I leave it to God. My children are behaving like this, I leave it to God. But you must also be a disciplinarian. You must also discipline your children. You must be hard on discipline. You must be hard on discipline. Sometimes it will pain. You will feel hurt for taking actions against your children that if you didn't take certain actions, you won't feel the pain. Do you understand? But you must make sure you take the righteous action. Righteous action. So, Arjuna refused. The Supreme Lord told him, you must fight the Kauravas. And Arjuna said, I am attached to my family, and he refused. And hear what the Supreme Lord is telling him. Chapter 2. The Lord said, whence comes on you this despondency, O Arjuna, in this crisis? It is unfit for a noble person. It is disgraceful, and it obstructs one's attainment of heaven. Verse 3, yield not to unmanliness, O Arjuna, it does not become of you. Shake off this base faint-heartedness and arise, O scorcher of foes. What is God telling you? And this is twofold. You can use it to fight your mind, and you can use it to fight your physical attachments and associations of other people. You can use it twofold. Who is your enemy? So let's start in the mind first.
Your vices.
All your vices are your enemy. And vices are not only drugs and alcohol. Vices are, those are external vices. Your internal vices, anger, hatred, jealousy, pride, ego, what else? What else? These internal vices, these are the Kauravas, and the Supreme Lord is telling you, your job is to fight these vices. Although you are attached to your vices, you are attached to your anger, aren't you? And you get angry because you enjoy being angry, don't you? Yes, why you get angry? Why? If you don't enjoy being angry, would you allow yourself to get angry? You like that anger feeling, don't you? It releases some chemicals in you. You like to be angry. That is why you get angry. You like to have pride. Hey, me, I'm that-o. You like it, don't you? Don't you like to have pride first and then you have pride? You like to be jealous of Abdul. When you see Abdul's BM next door, you're jealous. Hey, this man don't give me a discount. He's knocking me my whole life. But how he got a BMW? Don't you think like that? Jealousy. Instead of going and asking Abdul, hey, Abdul bhai, how's it? How you managed to get the BM? Then Abdul will tell you, I have faith in the Supreme Lord. Although I knock you, but my faith in the Lord got me this BM, because I go to mosque every day and sometimes 5 times a day. You don't go to the ashram even once a year. Isn't Abdul will tell you that? So you can't be jealous of Abdul, because you can only be jealous of a person if you and that person got equal track record and God didn't give you. Then you can get angry. Do you understand? So Lord Krishna is very specific in the Bhagavad Gita. He is saying, fight your vices. Although you attach to them, although you love to be angry, you must now hate to be angry. You must start hating anger. When you fight, when you're fighting, then you got the opposite emotion of loving. Yes or no? So the Bhagavad Gita, right at the inception, chapter 2, verse 2 and 3, the Bhagavad Gita arms you. It gives you authority and authentication to start fighting your own enemies. Anu, don't go fight your wife's enemies. Let her fight her enemies. You just concentrate on your enemies. Do you understand? And if she concentrates on her enemies, what's going to happen? No more enemies. Do you understand? Lord Krishna didn't tell Arjuna to go fight other people's enemies, only his enemies. So please, all the husbands and wives, Asmika, leave Avir's enemies to Avir. Leave his enemies to himself. You just worry about your own enemies. Alright? No partnership in fighting enemies. You fight your own and let him fight his. Are there any questions up until this time? No questions. So I want you all to enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day. How old is that boy, Anu?
Maybe 2.
I see he got anger problem. And he have to sort his own anger problem. You can see from what it is. Alright, but keep coming. Make a commitment. And here, don't come with a teaspoon. Don't come with a tanker. Bucket on top. Guru is here to fill tankers. Don't come with a teaspoon. Make use of the Guru. I'm saying this all the time. I'm about to sign the partnership with the university. Then I might be gone, and I'm also going to be going throughout the country and most probably Africa and the world. Whilst the Guru is here, Tanya, don't phone me when I'm in London somewhere talking to some.
I'm gonna be going with you.
I'm running away from you, Tanya.
Yaju and I coming with you.
Any questions? So make use of the service. Everything is here. Whatever you need is here. And if you listen to me, you won't need a hospital, you won't need a hospital plan, you won't need medical aid, you won't need you won't need bank loans, you won't need all of that. You'll be prosperous through your faith. You'll be prosperous through your faith. When this universe was created initially, it wasn't created with a bank. When this universe was created, it wasn't created with a bank, neither was it created with a hospital. Yes or no? Not created with a bank, so we want to go back to our status quo. We want to go back, and we want Lord's blessings in everything we do. We want to start with the Lord first. And if everything is approved by your Creator, can anything else obstruct you? So this is why we put God first. You get the Creator's approval first, so that nothing can obstruct you. So happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your lunch, and whatever else you do, go back home and remain sober. Fathers don't have to get drunk because it is Mother's Day. Alright? Remain sober. Jai Shri Mannarayan.